Hey guys, Codex here. So today we are going to be taking a look at Elrond's native token, Egld, to discuss the current downward pressure that we are experiencing. We are also going to be looking at Elrond's valuation in relation to the US dollar as well as to Bitcoin. And finally, we are going to be using Elrond's logarithmic regression to understand if Elrond has already found its market cycle top or if this current move to the downside is nothing but a small shakeout. Also, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel, leave the video a thumbs up as this helps us a lot going forward, and let's get into this one. Now, Elrond is currently still experiencing further pullbacks day by day, and it's sitting at around 55% down from its all-time high after dropping from $560 all the way down to 250. On a daily time frame, things look better for a bit. With the right token launch, we got a small pump, but it didn't last since the launch was a total mess to say the least. Now, if we pull up the stochastic RSI as well as the MACD to discuss the trend, we can see on the stochastic that we are still experiencing some downward pressure on a weekly time frame, willing to push prices further down, and we don't have any signs of a reversal whatsoever for the time being. Same thing with the MACD right here. It's literally indicating a beginning of a downward pressure, which means that what we have seen now is nothing compared to what will come in the future. Please keep in mind, I'm not saying that Egld will drop today or tomorrow or even this week, but on a bigger time frame, on the bigger picture, a move to the downside is imminent. However, on the short term, we can of course get small pumps from time to time. I mean, if you go back to history, if you go back to around March and April of this year, we can obviously see that Elrond dropped roughly 60%, which is the same move we are currently experiencing. And afterwards, the coin managed to go up, create a new all-time high right here. But again, this wasn't sustainable and the price ended up falling even harder. So if you ask me, yeah, I'm going to tell you that something like this might happen in the future, even though it's unlikely, but it can happen. Sure, the coin can get a small price boost and some green candles on a weekly time frame. We can even trend up again above our macro scale support right here, sitting at around $330, but that doesn't mean much. Now, if we go to this chart and take a look at the logarithmic regression band, and by the way, we are still working on this, it's not done yet. We are trying to make a fair value and the bands for the accumulation phase, aka the bottom for Egld, same thing with Bitcoin, but we are not there yet. Nonetheless, we are going to be discussing it. So each time Elrond goes into this red area, things start getting shaky and heated. Of course, we can spend some time there. It's not like a millisecond thing after all, but the red band typically indicates a market cycle top or a local top. And in the last 2 years, we have been there 4 times. We have been here at the end of 2019 and Egld ended up dropping 81%. We have barely revisited in July and August of 2020 and the price ended up crashing and having a massive retracement. It ended up actually having 2 massive retracements. Same thing happened this year. As you can see, the price still went up, but things were way too risky, things were way too shaky, and even if you exited right here, even if you sold from the beginning, you would have avoided a 62% correction, and we are currently experiencing the exact same thing. Egold's price went into these regions. Of course, it didn't last long because things were heated, the coin was overbought. Even your grandpa probably jumped in with us to get some Egld, thinking he will have a banger of a year, but then the price ended up going down around 60%. Can we go back here again? Yes, sure, but I wouldn't say that it's healthy. If we go up, it's likely going to be something like this, causing more troubles. Now, let's take a look at Egld BTC, because after all, if you invest in Elrond, your goal is that it outperforms Bitcoin so you can make more profits. And if it doesn't do that, then there is no need to hold it in the first place. But clearly, Elrond has been crushing Bitcoin in the last 2 years, and it has been following this trend. We have had retracements and pullbacks along the way. We have had many pullbacks along the way, and it's normal, but overall, Elrond has been doing insanely well hammering Bitcoin. Now, Elrond BTC is at a very important spot that we have held as support many times in the past. We have held it here as support in April last year, then again in Q4 of last year, once again here, also here. The last time we've touched it was basically 2 months ago in October. And yeah, clearly now we are coming back at it again. This isn't going to go up unless Elrond manages to step up, because if Bitcoin goes down, so will Elrond. If Bitcoin bleeds, then Elrond will most likely lose much of its value against the US dollar, pushing this further down. And this is basically why we need Elrond to step up against the US dollar in order for this trend to follow up. Again, as I said, to conclude, Elrond isn't looking great, Elrond isn't looking sharp. Also, Bitcoin isn't looking great, which makes things even worse. So what we need here is Elrond to step up. We need Elrond to go above 300 US dollars, which isn't likely to happen unless Bitcoin moves again above its 21 weeks EMA, sitting at 51.6k as of today. So this was about it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave the video a thumbs up, join our Telegram, and thanks for sticking by. Peace.